Welcome to BABYFACE HEELZ, where we talk professional wrestling, primarily WWE. I am one of your hosts, Brandon Griffin, but in this setting, I'm simply known as Pops Griffin. I have two out of my four guys with me. To my right, Menace Red.
Yo, yo.
To my left, Broadway Rick.
What's up, what's up?
And we're going to talk about this Saturday night main event tonight. Now, BABYFACE HEELZ is being presented by Griffin Family Entertainment, otherwise known as GFE. So, fellas, we have Drew challenging Cody, the ultimate babyface, for the World Heavyweight Championship. Who you got and why?
I'm gonna start. I got Cody, of course. My why is just simply, I think Drew has been like just the loser of the company. We need a strong guy to lose. We need a strong guy for the champ to fight. Let's give him Drew. Which I mean, I saw Chelsea Green say in an interview like someone's got to win, someone's got to lose. You're still on TV, so I guess from that perspective, that's
true.
Still bands in the pocket. But yeah, I got Cody. I got Cody just because I don't think they're ever gonna really do that to Drew again, especially where the story's going for Cody isn't seeming that way.
I think like if I didn't watch SmackDown last night, then I'd probably been Cody 100%. But I do think there's a little chance Drew could win because they added the stipulations of Cody can't get counted out or get disqualified. Either way, the title's going to change hands.
That is true. That was very intentional.
Drew might push Cody to the point of getting disqualified or almost getting disqualified, hit him with the Claymore, get the belt off of him for a little bit because Cody's always better like playing from behind, like an underdog, like chasing the title rather than having the title.
So you going with Drew?
I'm torn.
You gonna put that on wax?
Okay. I'll go with Drew for Saturday Night Main Event. I'll go with Drew McIntyre. Yeah,
you heard it here first, folks.
Yeah,
and it's a 1% chance that he may be the donkey of the day's case. Well, I as well do have Cody for very similar reasons. But one thing I will agree with Red on is this: in these past couple of weeks with this build-up, we have seen Cody put to the limit there, hitting him with the belt, and you can see that side. Cody does have an evil side to him. I believe that's where the American Nightmare, that whole thing comes from. There's a side to him that is like, look, I will do whatever I have to do, and I will prove it to y'all. So I'm with you on this, Broadway. I do think that I think Cody finds a way to keep it. But shout out to Drew for being able to always keep himself relevant. And with that, I want to ask you guys this. Is Drew really championship material, or is he just a great loser?
No, I think in any other era, if there's no Roman Reigns, if there's no Seth Rollins, if there's no Cody Rhodes, who kind of came out of nowhere, that Drew McIntyre is a champ. I mean, in COVID, Drew he beat Brock, right?
In COVID, Drew had he was like
he was the guy
fighting champ during COVID.
Yeah,
like the initial
I think people get behind him. I also think with this stipulation that they have, that it gives Cody, if Cody wins, there's no other option but to beat Drew clean. Then you really bury him.
That's true.
So that's also why I'm kind of going with Drew. In any other time, he would be definitely championship material.
He would have certainly had the belt more times than he's had in any other era. I do agree with that.
Cody kind of came out of nowhere when he returned right to the top, and that's kind of Drew's spot.
Yeah, I think it's champ material, but then again, I feel like when the company builds up guys so much, like a Cody, it's like a loss for Cody. Like I don't know how it looks. I don't know what comes after that. Because
send him down a dark road, bro. Let him become a heel.
That'd be fire. But okay, so do you think after he becomes a heel, like it's a point of return
for Cody?
Like cleanly.
Well, keep in mind though that the heel is. Will it happen? Will it not happen? That's a big if, I think, because I don't know. The name is there, the setup is there, but to do it, you got to go all in. I think people look at the Hollywood Hogan. It was big. They made a lot of money, but we got to keep in mind, Hogan really didn't have a choice. The red and yellow was dying. The fan base was not still eating their vitamins, saying their prayers. That was dying rapidly fast as well. And TNT had tied a lot of money up in it. Cody left and came back and built himself up. So they had no choice but to make him a number one guy because he made himself a number one guy.
Right.
That's a big difference from what
Same
any
thing,
other guy has really done. Now, Drew
That's
found
true.
a way to build himself up. He went away, and came back as Scottish Stone, and we get that. But I think Cody's story is a lot different than some of the other guys because it literally is a self-made guy.
Yeah.
He had the namesake, he had the bloodline, but had he not went away and came back, if he not went away and made himself what he was, I don't know if he comes back and be who he is now.
Right.
Not at all.
They would have probably made him Stardust again.
So with that, is Cody the ultimate babyface Broadway?
Yeah, for sure. He definitely does the ultimate babyface. I feel like there hasn't really. I mean, there's currently not right now another babyface that's really like going for that. Like that has the fans like that. But honestly, the fans they don't always root for the babyfaces for real. So for him to have that like crazy pull with the fans singing the songs, they die hard for the Cody, man.
I think that's the biggest contrast between internet wrestling community and real life. Because on the internet, people say Cody's title reign is boring, that it's not delivered or whatever. But the crowds, they still come to see him. They still scream the song and everything. So I think that's kind of like
the pop is not going anywhere.
Yeah, no. He still
this
has
is a 3-year. The pop is not going anywhere.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like internet like topics, Twitter topics, it's just a waste of time because they'll go back and forth all day about wrestlers, but then they still get the pop. They said Seth after the injury, wash, whatever, he gonna come back. They still gonna chant his name, singing songs.
Yeah, I think the only bigger babyface, well, you could say Hogan and Cena, but that's the best competition ever in the modern era. Though there's not been a better babyface than Cody.
Not at all.
Blonde hair, blue eyes, bro. You got it.
So we were watching SmackDown, and this is why we started with this because Cody said something last night that I had never heard another babyface say or another nice guy per se say. Direct quote: "Nice guys used to finish last. Then I showed up."
That's a bar.
That was one of the. And by the way, he threw the mic down, but then obviously Drew did what he did. But I said, "Whoa!" Like I have not heard a babyface take that type of stance before. Like, they was all right, but now I'm here.
But that's the thing. I think, like you said, Cody has that evil side. I think, and his heel character is not going to be typical heel like Dominic Mysterio, like slimy heel. Cody's heel character is more Ric Flair, more Triple H evolution. Like anything to get the belt, keep the belt. He's still going to show up in his suits. His promos are probably going to be cutthroat.
Yeah.
But it's going to be like a clean cut, like Jericho when he had the belt and like when he started wearing the suits and stuff like that. I don't think it's going to be like slimy heel. But I think Cody's heel character is going to do anything to keep the title.
For sure.
Something like more like that.
For sure.
Brass knuckles tucked in.
Yeah.
Or
I think he does want to explore like how Sting went away and came back as the Crow. I wouldn't be surprised if he went away for a little bit and like developed the dark side, especially if he starts losing. I think that'll happen, but I still think it'd be like clean cut, more Ric Flair style.
So earlier on, you said that you felt like with the way SmackDown went last night, you think Drew's gonna get it. But I have a contrast because I feel like with the way SmackDown went, I feel like I know Cody's gonna get it now. Simply off the fact that like it's the Friday before the pay-per-view, so like how can we keep the fans like on the edge of
like build up the underdog?
Drew put him through a table last night.
Exactly. Like Cody took the beating yesterday, which makes me think that he takes the beating today, he wins today essentially. But I think it go either way after you brought up that point. I feel like the stipulation does like it seems very intentional.
Yeah, if it was LA Knight in the stipulation, then give it to Cody. But Drew is somebody that they constantly put in this position every so often. So I think he should get at least one run in this era.
I think he's a formidable villain, and I think if this would be the camel that broke the straw back in the sense of Cody going to the Hill, Drew makes sense.
Yep.
Because the physicality you have to provide to beat Drew.
Yep. You
can't just go in there and roll his tights up. You gotta
beat him.
Like you said, it's not the Dom Mysterio time when like Cody's gonna have to tap in, which we've seen him do. He may have to hit him with the belt. He may have to low blow him. He may have to do something to really take this dude off his game to get
that
that
off the
1, 2, 3.
turnbuckle, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely. Very well. Well, that's one championship down, and I think we are here. I like your pick here, and we're going to be monitoring that because you're either going to be Red, you're either going to be the dark hitter there, or you're going to be the one who you had that golden ticket that nobody saw coming. So.
Yeah, I think if Drew wins, it won't be a long reign. I think that for the other belt too, but we'll get there later. But whoever, like the next championship reigns are going to be like 3 months to 6 months. It's not going to be any sort of crazy reign, but it'll be good to see Drew win that belt and send Cody on a different mission.